I'm a Christian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being intolerant, for trying to talk down to you or trying to talk over you, or for not letting you talk. And I'm sorry for not walking the walk, for being a hypocritical, critical Christian, criticizing your pagan lifestyle while my lifestyle styles itself, just like the televangelist's hair, all slick and sly and slippery as the silver syllables slide their way into your ear. But you see, that is my greatest fear. That the steps I take won't match the words I speak, so that when I speak, all you hear of me is a weak, hypocritical, critical Christian. So if I told you I fed the poor, you would probably applaud me. If I told you that I went to a third world country, you'd probably be inspired by me. If I told you I helped a single mom in need, you would probably thank me. And if I told you that there was a student who didn't have money to buy books and I bought them for him, you would probably strive to be like me. But if I told you I was a Christian, you might run from me. You see, Christianity has gotten such a bad rap over the past century. And if I was honest, I can kind of understand why. I mean, the scandals, the arrogance at times, the exclusiveness. But hear me loud and clear, my agenda is not hidden today. I want to sign a peace treaty. I want to raise the white flag. I want to start over. Using Christos's poem, I'm Sorry I'm a Christian, I want to apologize on behalf of my fellow Christians for some of the things that we may have done wrong, while at the same time using Jefferson Bethke's poem, Why I Hate Religion But Love Jesus, to present a solution to this growing tragedy. I'm a Christian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the way that I come across, so fair and faith-friendly and full of myself, judging your spiritual health by the words that you say or the way that you dress or the things that you do, or honestly, maybe I'm just judging you. I'm sorry for the way that I live my life, so confident of my own beliefs that I would never even think about thinking about yours, and I'm sorry for the wars. The ivory-clad crusaders mounting seeds and drawing swords with such a spirit that if the Spirit spoke, they wouldn't hear. Because you see, the sword of the Spirit was not a sword, but it was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And they preached this as they marched onto the Holy Land, singing and praying and killing and slaying and purging and healing and raping and stealing. It's ironic that they line their pockets in the name of God. Just like the people that you can't stand, because they always raise their hand and spread their faith and hate and judgment in the name of God. I'm sorry that I take God's name in vain. Or rather, no, I'm sorry that I stain the name of God, defending my selfish actions as selfless actions pertaining to the will of God. I'm sorry for being intolerant, for trying to talk down to you or trying to talk over you, or for not letting you talk. And I'm sorry for not walking the walk, for being a hypocritical, critical Christian, criticizing your pagan lifestyle while my lifestyle styles itself just like the televangelist's hair, all slick and sly and slippery as a silver syllable slide their way into your ear. But you see, again, that is my greatest fear. That the steps I take won't match the words I speak, so that when I speak, all you hear of me is a weak, hypocritical, critical Christian. Doing one thing, but saying another. Loving my friend, but hating my brother. I'm sorry that I get drunk on Saturdays and then go to church on Sundays to pray for my friends who got drunk on Saturdays. And on that note, I'm sorry for making the church about the pews and the walls and the steeple, because you see, the church isn't about that. The church is about the people. I'm sorry that I hate you because you're gay. I'm sorry that I condemn you to hell because you're gay. Instead of loving, I jump to hatred, mouth open and tongue preaching, eyes open but not seeing that you're just the same as me, just another freaking human being. And I'm sorry that I only hang out with my Christian friends and we do nice Christian things like potluck dinners and board game nights, while in the night a man beats his girlfriend again and another homeless man dies again. Is this where my own crowd has been? But here I am with the same friends again. But you see, I always forget that Jesus Jesus didn't come to hang out with the priests and the lords. No, Jesus came to hang out with the cripples, the beggars, and the whores. This love. This love. I'm sorry for history. For native tribes wiped out in the name of the church, lodges burned and stomachs churning and yearning for justice as mothers are screaming and pleading for the young ones as they are dragged away to church schools where they were abused. I'm sorry for the way that I refused to learn your culture. Instead, I just came to spread the gospel. I'm sorry that I stand at the front door of abortion clinics screaming at girls as they enter instead of waiting at the back door to hug them as they leave. I'm sorry for taking my wars and my faith to your lands when historically it was on your lands that my faith was born. And in the face of the storm, I realized that if God is love and love is God, then why are we shooting instead of sharing? Why are we launching instead of learning? Why? Why are we warring instead of walking together? Why? Why are we taking instead of talking together? Why are we bombing instead of breaking bread together as brothers? You see, I think that when God looks down, he's sad. And from his right hand throne above, Jesus asks, where is the love? And if it takes will.i.am and Justin Timberlake asking the same question for us to start asking the same question, then where are we headed? So I will take this room to be my chapel, and this platform my confession booth, and in the presence of God, the few, the proud, and the blessed, I confess that I'm a Christian, and I'm sorry. But you see, all that is religion. It's let me follow God with my hands and my feet, but my heart's not really in it. See, what if I told you that Jesus came to abolish religion? What if I told you voting Republican really was not his mission, and Republican doesn't automatically mean Christian, and just because you call some people blind doesn't automatically give you vision? See, the problem with religion is it never gets to the core. It's like behavior modification, just a long list of chores like, hey, let's dress up the outside, make it look nice and neat, but it's funny because that's what they used to do to mummies while the corpse rots underneath. Which is why Jesus hated religion, and for it he called them fools. Because you see, Jesus is so much better than just a long list of rules. Now let me clarify. I love the church. I love the Bible. I believe that God is holy and to be feared, and I believe in sin. However, Jesus does not support self-righteousness, not now and not then. But back to the point. One thing is vital to mention, how Jesus and religion are on the opposite spectrum. See, one's the work of God, but one's a man-made invention. One is the cure, but the other's the infection. See, religion says do, Jesus says done. Religion says slave, but Jesus says son. Religion puts you in bondage while Jesus sets you free, and religion makes you blind, but Jesus makes you see. Which is why religion and Jesus are two different clans. Religion is man searching for God. Christianity is God searching for man. Which is why salvation is freely mine and forgiveness is my own. It's not based on my merits, but on Jesus' obedience alone. Because he took the crown of thorns and the blood dripped down his face. He took what all of us deserved. That's why you call it grace. And while being murdered, he yelled, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Because when he was dangling on the cross, he was thinking of me and he was thinking of you. And he absorbed all of our sin and he buried it in the tomb, which is why I'm kneeling at the cross saying, come on, there's still room.